Our no box shootout, round number 1, is sitting at the ready line. As we enter, well, it's been big money all day. As we enter the bigger money part of the evening, once again, a huge shout out to everyone here on the property and everyone in our chat bleachers. Live on Motor Mania, brought to you by Rudd Racing Engines, D3 Transportation, and Mr. Wills Motorsports. The burnouts have been completed for our first pair of our compressed air supercharging $5,000 no box shootout. Your first pair, Billy Talbot on the left, dials in at 634. Kenny Tier on the right, dials in at 648. Billy is in all kinds of trouble, win like Kenny Tier. Kenny is 15 up front, 651, taking 17 thou. Billy was late at 083 and 632 on a 634 is not going to work. Your next pair, Ronnie Spear, left side, dials in at 580. Right side, dials in at 610. Bryce Hatfield on the right, Ronnie Spear on the left. Away we go, red light, start. Ronnie Spear by 12 thou. Hatfield moves on, 61 green, 6098 is 2 thou above the dial in. And your next pair, Jason Hammer and Danny Hatfield. Jason Hammer left side, the Texas Trailerman.com ride, 653 the dial in, and Danny Hatfield on the right, dials in at 632. Top end charge from Hatfield, win light Danny Hatfield, 42 green, dead on 7. Gets there first by 11 thou. Hammer 70 on this end and 8 thou under. Cameron Fulford next up, 612 the dial in. Right side, Jacob Pitt dials in at 571. Red light start, Cameron Fulford by 3 hun. Jacob Pitt moves on, 10 green and 571 dead on 4. Slade Brown and Terry Allen on the starting line. Terry right side, dials in 534. Slade Brown left side, dials in at 578. Terry's in, Slade brings her up in the converter, he follows, ready, set, go, get him, y'all. Dead even up front. Terry pulls alongside, tries to get there, and will. 534-3, dead on the dial in. They were both 44 up front. Terry gets there by 9 thousandths of a second. Slade Brown, 579-3, he's 13 thou above. And 9 thousandths of a second out of the conversation. Kevin Martin and James Day. On the starting line right now, Kmart left side, the Roadster dials in at 612. James Day, right side of the racetrack, dials in at 621. in his pocket. Win like Kevin Martin, 17 green, dead on 1. 18 total. Makes James Day's 0.22 reaction time irrelevant. Kevin gets there by 0.06 of a second. James Day goes dead 3, no chance. Kmart moves on. Frank Dixon and Joe Boner on the starting line. Dixon left side, the two-wheeled ride, 5.95. His estimated time of arrival. Right side, Joe Boner dials in at 5.69. Double 08, a pair top in win light, says Joe Boner. 008. 16 thou above the dial in left side. Frank Dixon 008 as well, takes 200 to be 4 thou under as Mike Leslie and Preston Miles come up next. Leslie left side, 671. The number on his window, right side, Preston Miles in the altar, dials in at 567. Preston Miles is 8 thou red and is gonna need a bucket. Mike Leslie is 399 on the Christmas tree, goes 677 and will advance. Preston Miles 008 red and 9 thou under. Next pair, Chad Sandlin, Bryson Parks. Maybe. Right side of the racetrack dials in 594. Sandlin left side dials in 621. Thou advantage on this end goes to Bryson. The win light on the spray goes to Chad Sandlin, 621.3, dead on the dial and gets there first by 12 thou. He was 30 up front. Bryson Parks, 27 on the Christmas tree, 595 on a 594, will not advance. As Aaron Jones left side dials in 642, right side the motorcycle dials 587. Win light Aaron Jones, 642, dead 9. Gets there first by 002. Was 019 up front. The motorcycle, 17 on the Christmas tree with 14 thou above. Daryl Patton, Brian Day. Next. Patton left side, dial 626. In the Maverick out of Highlands, Texas, B-Day. Right side of the racetrack from right down the road in Crosby. 697 the dial in on the S-Dime. Green and green. Advantage, Brian Day. Win light, Brian Day. 23 up front, 697.8. Dead on the dial and gets there first by 200. Patton. 45 on this end, dead 7 on that end. Roughly the difference in reaction time was how far he was behind at the finish line. Tony Caprio and Brian Chapman on track now. Caprio left side, dials in 638. Chapman right side, dials in 609. Front and will light up the fill scoreboard. 36, 11th thou above. Gets there behind 8/10,000ths of a second. Chapman 49 green and 3 thou under. Jeff Heffler and Rick Mortimer up now. Jeff left side 701. Rick right side 617. Away we go. Win like Jeff Heffler, 009 green, 701 dead 7. Gets there first by 94,000ths of a second. Mortimer was late, 617 dead 3, no chance. Next pair. Attention to the pits. There is one spot remaining in the box shootout. One spot left for $20,000. One spot remaining in the box shootout. Go see Paige under the suites. At the ready line if you want in. Box shootout. One spot left. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Go see Paige. Blair McNutt right side and she will move on. Left side. 19 foul red. Blair 037 green and 7004 on a 703 dial in. Once again, there is one spot remaining in the box shootout. Only one. Go see Paige right now under the suites. Paige is awaiting you and your money. Go see Paige right now to get in the $20,000 box shootout. Bobby Knox left side, John Moggins right. They're in, ready, set, go. Get them, boys. Big time advantage on this end. Goes to Moggins, win like John Moggins, 014 green, 579 on a 575, gets him there by 42,000ths of a second. Bobby Knox was 103 and 647, no chance. Moggins moves on. It's Jake Howard and Bobo Marshall. Complete their burnouts. Howard left side of the racetrack, 661 his dial in. Bobo Marshall. Right side, 6:35. His estimated time of arrival. And Paige has just alerted me we are full. So we are full in the 64 car box shootout. And I will take my box shootout round number 1 to the lanes, please. Compressed air supercharging, 64 car, $20,000 box shootout. We need you in the lanes. 64 car box shootout. We need you in the lanes at this time. Red light start. Bobo Marshall. Jake Howard moves on. 37 green and 662. On a 661 to move on. Once again, box shootout round number 1. I will take you in the lanes, please. Box shootout round 1 to the lanes. Right side, Casey Ball. Left side, I am not going to say it this time. Paige put it on there? Paige. No, Jason. Left side, the night moves ride. You know, the problem is musical race cars, I honestly have no idea who is driving it right now. 533 the dial in the dragster. 625 the dial for Casey Ball in the motorcycle. Win light says Casey Ball, 48. Dead on 4, gets there by 0.06 of a second. Left side, 63 green and 532 on a 533 is under by 4 thou. Max McLaughlin, Justin Cervantes up now. Max left side dials in 710. Justin right side dials in 655. Red light start, Max by 005. Justin moves on 026 green and 654 on the 655. Round 1, box shootout, we need you bad. Round 1, box shootout, we need you bad, and we need you right now. Round 1, box shootout, we need you to the lane. Sambo Tower, right side will be your buy run. 57 green. And 568. How about dead on 0 on a buy run? Because why the heck not? Also, registration will be closing like now. If you need anything in registration, you're going to need to get there right now. And I need round number 1 of my box shootout to the lanes right now, please. Round 1, box 64 car. Compressed air supercharging $20,000 shootout. I need you in the lanes, please. Your first pair of our box shootout has completed the burnouts. Left side, Kenny White. We'll dial in at 622. Right side, I believe that's Ty Farmer, dials in at 472. Final call, box shootout to the lanes. Final call, box shootout, round number 1 to the lanes. Win like Kenny White, 24 green, a Honda above, gets there behind by 1 thou. Farmer, 35 green, and 4 thou under. Mike Crater and Mallory Bontrager. On track now, Crater left side dials 435, Bontrager right side dials 590. Mallory Bontrager just gets timed out. Left side, Mike Crater, your winner. Goes 435, dead on 8. Next pair, Anthony Rios, Michael Rudd. Rudd right side dials 545. Anthony Rios left side dials 476. Separate them, win light. Anthony Rios, 16 green, 11 thou above the dial. Gets there first by 3 thou. Michael Rudd, 24 up front, and dead 6 at the finish line. Next pair, Brandon Justice left side, 488 to dial in. Right side, Casey Holtzman dials 481. Sent him to the pitch, 15-minute call on fuel and nitrous. When like Casey Holtzman does just picture 7 thou red, Holtzman 32 green and 11 thou above the dial. Once again, attention in the pit area, 15 minutes is how long you have left if you need fuel or nitrous from our facility here on property. 15-minute call on fuel and nitrous. Next pair, Josh Burrow, Ian Dunaway. Dunaway, right side of the racetrack in the door car. Dials in at 607. Left side, Josh Burrow in the dragster. Dials in at 485. But the win light will flash for Josh Burrow. 24 green, dead 1. Stays behind Dunaway, 22 green. 11 thou worth of finish line. And he's 19 thou under. Dale Burrow up next, left side, 480 the dial in. Right side, Cliff Lovelace, the door car. Dials in at 587. Win light Dale Burrow, 006 green, dead on 0-6 total. Gets there first by 19 thou. Right side 18 up front, 587 on a 587. Brian Hughes and Julie Daybon up now. Hughes on the left, 567, his dial in. Julie on the right, dials in at 642. Win light Julie, Brian's 12 thou red, Julie 55 green, and 639 on the 642 dial in. Hughes 12 thou red and 567 0 on a 567, ouch. We're Chris Edson on the starting line. We're left side of the racetrack, dial 629. Chris Edson right side, dial 628. Chuck Weir, win light Chris Edson. 41 up front, dead on 9, gets there by 1 thou. Chuck Weir, 21 green and 632 on a 629. Left side, one of the Mazier cars. 489 the dial in. Right side, Casey Swift, dials 508. Four thou separated. on a 5:08. He is dead on 7. 005 on this end, gets to that end by 9 thou. Mazir 009 for 903 on a 489 is not going to advance. Jared Wilson, Philip Pennington up now. Wilson left side in the roadster dials in 495. Philip right side dials in at 464. Win light, Philip Pennington, 007 green, 465.9, 19 thou above. Jared Wilson was 11 up front. But 44 thou worth of finish line leaves him 29 thou under. Your next pair left side dials 471, right side. Peeps Pennington. Peep Show dials 463. Trouble, win light left side, 009 green, gets there by 11 thou to be under 2 thou. Peeps was 22 on this end, under by 3 thou. Box shootout final call, box shootout final call. If you are not here, you are late. Box shootout final call to the lanes for round number 1. Kenny Probst left side, Tanner Thorpe right side. Kenny P dials in at 480. Thorpe, right side of the racetrack, dials in at 459. Red light, Thorpe by 3 thou. Kenny Probst moving on 17 green and 479 on a 480. Left side, the dragster dials 498. Right side, Kevin Little in the Camaro dials 573. Well, that's not pretty. Win light to the dragster, 17 up front, 502 on a 498. Little was late at this end and a Honda above at that end. Next up, Heath Phillips and Neil Upchurch. Upchurch, right side of the equation in the motor on a stick, dials in at 518. Heath Phillips left side in the door car, dials 560. Church, your winner, 518, dead on 6. Gets there by 1/10,000th of a second. Was 15 up front. Phillips, 009 on this end. 561.2 is 12th thou above the dial-in and 1/10,000th of a second too short. Kristen Baker. And I'm like 99% sure that's Talon Farmer on the right side. Baker dials 507. Farmer dials 468. Kristen Baker, 5019, goes 506 on a 507. Farmer 018. 466 on a 468. So by 7 thou and a double breakout, Kristen moves on. Kenneth Hill and Bart Nelson on track now. Bart, right side of the equation, the LaPorte, Texas contestant, 471, his dial in. Kenneth Hill in left side. Dials in at 486. Winlight Bart Nelson, 13 green and dead on 3. Gets there by 0.08 of a second. Hillen was 006 on this end, but 19 thou above the dial-in, cannot get there. Next pair, left side, Cody Moore, 452 the dial-in. Right side, Maddie Evilsizer dials in 706. Separate them. Winlight, Moore. 27 green, 453 and a 452. Maddie was 28 on this end, but 14 thou worth of finish line leaves her 3 thou under the dial-in. Had to close it up 11th thou or less, and I'm here to tell you, 150 miles an hour to 94. That is a very tall task to complete. Cody Moore moves on. Brent Lancaster, Bryson Parks. Happy birthday, Brent. Left side of the racetrack for Lancaster, dials in at 550. Parks right side, dials 492. Winlight Bryson Parks, 003 and 13 thou above. Gets there first by 100th of a second. Lancaster, 18 on this end. 550 dead 9 on that end. As Junior Wallace and Mike Labatt approach the starting line. Left side Wallace, 617, his dial in. Right side, Labatt, 525, what he says. The dragster is going to traverse XRP in. Light wall is 19 green, 617 dead 1 to light up the scoreboard. Labatt was 58 on this end and 19 thou above on that end, no help. Mike Badeau, left side. Dials in at 703. Right side, the dragster dials in 505. Separate him up front. Win light Badeau 7049 on a 703. 33 on the Christmas tree. Right side was 63 up front. Takes trip zip 9 to be 200 under. So no chance there. Left side dials in at 481. Right side, David Bird Jones dials in 478, and away we go. Win light Bird 12 green 478 dead on 1. Left side was 005 on this end and 41 10,000ths of a second under the dial in on that end. Next up, Jesse Williams and Brian Day. J-Dub left side 588. B Day right side 696. Win light Brian Day 008 green 697. He's 11th thou above the dial in. J-Dub 015 590 on a 588. Cannot get there. B-Day moves on. Don Baker and Jeremy Heffler on track now. Baker left side. That might actually not be Don Baker. Whoever it is, left side. Dials 446. Heffler right side dials 586. Win light Jeremy Heffler 010 green dead on 2 for a 12 pack and gets there by 12. Left side 17 up front 446 7 on a 446. 24 total, not good enough as Jalen Whitmore and Brandy Ray approach the starting line. Whitmore on the left has already had a pretty darn good day here. 640 the dial in. Brandy Ray right side. Dials 490 in the dragster. Win light, Brandy Ray, 33 green, 490 dead, 2, gets there by 3 foul. Jalen Whitmore was 21 on the Christmas tree, but 641, 8 on a 640. Will not seal the deal. JJ Cook and Morgan Wallace up next. JJ left side, the dragster, dials 488. Wallace right side, the S-Dime, dials 659. JJ Cook, 008 green, 486 on a 488. Morgan was 004 red, 657 on a 659. Rocky McLean left side dials 467. Right side, Rodney Coslow dials 446. Win light left side, 16 green and 37 thou above. Coslow 15 up front, 451 and a 446. Left side the dragster, 466. Right side the motorcycle, dial 624. Win light, ball. 42 green, 624 and a 624. Left side, 31 up front and 6 thou under. Attention in the pits. I need my no box shootout back to the lanes, please. No box shootout, round number 2. We need you in the lanes. No box shootout. Round number 2, we need you in the lanes. Ethan Marr, we need you in the lanes right now, sir. Ethan Marr, we need you in the lanes. Final call. Box shootout round 1 and Ethan Marr, we need you in the lanes right now. We are about to run without you. Riley Howard left side, 564. JJ Endicott right side, dials 599. Once again, round number 2, no box. We need you in the lanes. Round 2, no box shootout. We need you in the lanes right now. Win light Riley Howard, 565 on a 564. 005 up front. Endicott $430 on the tree and $599.5 on a $599 is not good enough. Owen Duffield left side, Kaylee Phillips right side. Duffield dials in at 489. Phillips dials in at 474. The red light start Duffield by 3. Foul. Phillips moves on. For what it's worth, Greg, Kaylee was 3 total. 002 dead, 1 for Kaylee. Owen Duffield 003 red. As Tove Marshall and Devin Coslow back up from the burnouts. 482 the dial in for Toe Baby. 469 the dial for Devin. Once again, I need no box shootout. Round number 2 to the lanes. No box shootout. Round number 2. We need you to the lanes. And if you are not here for our box shootout, you are extremely late. Last and final call, box shootout, round 1, and no box shootout, round number 2. We need you in the lanes at this time. Winlight Tove 482, dead 4, gets there by 2 Hund. Coslow 470, 18 thou above, no good. Ethan Marr, you have 1 minute to get to the staging lanes. 1 minute, Ethan Marr, you are on the clock. Ethan Marr, final call to the lanes. You have 1 minute. And this is why, even in a set field, we draw a wait and see bye. One of our competitors was unable to make the call in round number 1. So Renee Reinfort will take a solo shot here down the left side of the racetrack. $478 is her dial in. Ryan Ford 016 green and 477 on a 478. So that concludes round number 1 of our box. Hamlin on the left dials in 621. Hadfield on the right dials in 609. Win lights, Hamlin 19 green, 32 thou worth of finish line. Gets him 77 thou above the dial-in. Hatfield was late and goes 611 on a 609. Justin Cervantes and Kenny Tier on the starting line. And attention in the pits. Box shootout, round number 2. We will take you back, please. Box shootout, round number 2. We will take you back in the staging lanes at this time. Box shootout, round number 2. We will take you to the lanes, please. Cervantes on the left, dial 655. Tier on the right, dial 648. Unlike Cervantes, 30 green and 3 thou under. Kenny Tier 001 red and 647 on a 648. Red light, Danny Hatfield, 629 on a 629. 035 up front. Gets there first by 1 thou. Aaron Jones was 36 on this end. 642, dead 7 on that end. It's not enough. Jeff Heffler and Jacob Pitt up now. Heffler left side, dials 7 flat. Right side, Jacob Pitt dials 572. Jacob Pitt, 27 green and 12 thou above. Heffler, 11 up front, but 400 worth of finish line. Leaves him 13 thou under. Jake Howard and Terry Allen next up. Howard left side, dial 660. Allen right side, dials 534. Once again, attention in the pits. Box shootout. Round number 2. Compressed air supercharging box shootout, round number 2. We need you in the lanes, please. and Jake Howard is moving on. 16 up front. 100 above even gets their first by 8 thou. Allen, 20 on this end. And 15 thou above on that end is not going to result in a win light. Kevin Martin and Brian Day on track now. Kmart left side, 6-1-2, the dial in for the Roadster. B-Day right side. The Chevrolet S10 dials in at 696. Win light Brian Day, 20 green, 697 on a 696. Gets him 300ths of a second worth of finish line. Kmart was 31 on this end. And 32 thou above on that end. Behind either way you look at it. Next up, left side, Sambo Tyra, the Nova. Dials in for 567. Right side, John Moggins in the Camaro. Dials 575. Goes to Moggins, and John Moggins is moving on. 13 up front, 575, dead on 3. Gets there first by 12 thou. Sambo was 26 up front, and 567 dead 3 as well. To be behind at the finish line, Mike Leslie and Blair McNutt. Blair will line up on the right. 703. The number she will predict. Mike Leslie dials in 676 on the left side. Winlight Blair, 71 green. Blair picked a really good time to be 71 green. She goes 711 on a 703. Mike Leslie was extremely late on this end. 674 and a 676. He was under either way. Tony Caprio and Casey Baugh up next. Casey right side, 624 on the motorcycle. Caprio left side, dial 638. Win like Casey Ball, 13 green, 626. He is 23 thou above the dial in. Caprio is 56 on this end. 639, a 638, not enough. Joe Boner will be your buy run here, 570. His predicted elapsed time. Once again, box shootout, round number 2. Box shootout, round number 2. We need you in the lanes. Trip zip perfect on his buy run, goes 5-6-9-6 on a 570 dial in. So that concludes round number 2 of our compressed air supercharging no box shootout. corner. So while we have a brief quiet moment here, we will go over the schedule for Lone Star Sign and Design Sunday. That would be tomorrow for those of you doing the math at home. Chapel service will be at 8:30 a.m., followed by new entry time runs. New entry time runs only. Those will be at 9. The same stipulations as we had today apply to what classifies as a new entry. If the car or the driver has been down the racetrack this weekend, that is not a new entry. So new entry time runs only at 9 a.m. Chapel service is at 8:30. And please, racers, we respectfully yet firmly ask that you do not fire up engines during chapel service. So, chapel service at 8:30, new entry time runs at 9 a.m. and eliminations to immediately follow that, as our box shootout round number 2 has made their way back to the staging lanes. Final call, box shootout, round number 2. We are rolling without you if you are not here. Final call, box shootout, round number 2. You need to be here, and you need to be here now. So your first pair for round number 2. Left side, Anthony Rios dials in 476. Right side, Philip Pennington dials 464. But the win light will go to Anthony Rios, 22 up front. Gets there first by 1 thou to be 17 thou above the dial-in. Pennington was 18 on this end. But 466 on a 464 leaves him just that much short. Josh Burrow, Bryson Parks up next. Parks right side dials 492. Burrow left side dials 484. Josh Burrow. 009 green, 484, dead 8, gets there first by 2 thousandths. Bryson Parks was also 009. 492, dead 9, 18 total, and in the way. Your next pair, left side dials 471, right side Bart Nelson dials 471 as well. So the tree will drop together and we will see an actual side-by-side bracket race. So 471's a pair. They have both found the pre-stage beams. They bump in ever so carefully together. And here we go. 4th out of the difference. Top end win light Bart Nelson. 471 dead 2 takes 4 thousandths worth of finish line to do it. 16 on this end. Left side was 12 on the Christmas tree, but 100 even above the dial-in. Costs them dearly. Kenny Probst and Chris Edson up next. Kenny left side dials 478. Edson right side dials 628. Probst, your winner, 16 green and 479.6 is 16th out above the dial-in. Edson was 34 on this end. Got there first by 7 thou to be 9 thou under. Next up, Cody Moore left, Neil Upchurch right. 452 the dial for Cody, 517 the dial for Neil. Like Cody Moore, 009 and dead on 3. For a 12 pack, gets there first by 200. Neil Upchurch was 009 on the red side. Clicks are off to go 521 on a 517. Dale Burrow and Brandy Ray up next. Brandy right side dials in 489. Dale left side dials 479. Winlight Brandy Ray 036 green and 490 on a 489 as Burrow forgot to let go, and 15 thou above the dial in as well. So Brandy will advance. Junior Wallace and David Bird Jones on track now. Wallace left side dials 616. Bird right side dials 476. Light Bird 475 on a 476 as Wallace was trip zip 1 on the red side. Kristen Baker and Jeremy Heffler Baker left side dials 506. Heffler right side dials 584. Red light start, Kristen Baker by 2 foul. Heffler moves on, 009 green, and 584 dead on 4. Next up, left side, the dragster dials 494. Right side, Julie Desbon dials 640. Hey, attention to the pits. No box shootout, round number 3. We will take you in the lanes, please. No box shootout, round 3. We need you in the lanes. Red light start, Julie by a foul. Left side, your winner, 035 green and 494 dead on 1. Once again, I need round number 3 of my no box shootout to the lanes, please. Round number 3, no box shootout. I am typing the text message as we speak. Round number 3, no box shootout. Need you back, and we need you now. Left side, Rocky McLean. Right side, Casey Holtzman. The Rock 2 dials 467. Holtzman dials 482. Split, but Casey Holtzman makes it work. 20 up front, 483 on a 482. Gets there first by 11 thou. McLean was 009 up front, but 34 thou above the dial and costs him dearly. So his night is done. Holtzman moves on. Mike Crater and Casey Swift on track now. Crater left side dials 435. Swift right side dials 508. Win like Casey Swift. 508 on a 504. Apparently that was Nathan Martin in Mike Crater's car. He goes 436 on a 435. Is behind by 9 thou at the finish line. As Mike Badeau and Brian Day come up. Badeau left side. 704, his estimated time of arrival. And B-Day. Right side of the racetrack, dial 696. Win light Badeau, 16 green, 704 dead on 0. Gets there first by 8 thou. Brian Day was 39 on this end. 8 thou behind at that end. And 200 under the dial in. Kenny White up next. Left side, dial 622. Casey Ball right side, dialed 624, I think. Win like Kenny White, 34, green 623 on a 622. Ball was 43 on this end. Take 17 thou worth of finish line to be 11 thou under. Tove Marshall left side, 482 the dial in, and Riley Howard. Riley in the red Camaro dials in at 564. One light toe, baby, 483 on a 482. 11 thou above the dial in. Stays behind to make it work. Riley was 002 on this end, but 47 thou worth of finish line. Leaves him 11 thou under the dial in. JJ Cook and Renee Rhinefort. On the racetrack, Renee right side dials 478. JJ left side dials 486. Win like JJ Cook, who is 85 green. Renee was 66 on this end. JJ gets there by 8 thousandths of a second to go 487 on a 486. Renee goes 482 on a 478. Only 129 miles an hour for Renee, so I kind of got to question her tactics down there. JJ will move on. Kaylee Phillips is your bye run. Kaylee 474 the dial in, 028 on the Christmas tree, and 474 dead on zero. Our no box shootout round number 3 has been called to the lanes. No box shootout round 3. You should be in the lanes at this time. I'm missing 4 cars for my no box shootout round number 3. Missing 4 cars for my no box shootout round number 3. If you are not here, you're about to get left behind. 4 cars are missing in my no box shootout round number 3. Final call, no box shootout. Final call, no box shootout. If you're not here, you are late. Final call, no box shootout for round number 3. Missing a few cars, no box shootout round number 3. Still missing a few cars. We are about to roll you under the sweets. No box shootout round number 3. Absolute last and final call to the lanes. Round number 3 of our no box shootout is in the water. Justin Cervantes and Jacob Pitt will be your first pair. Justin left side, 656, the dial it. Jacob right side, dials 573. Win light, Jacob Pitt, double 02 green and 2 thou under. Gets there first by 13 thou. Cervantes, 31 on this end. And 19 thou under on that end. Chad Sandlin and Brian Day up now. Sandlin left side. 623 the number on his truck. B-Day right side. 695 what he says his version of the Chevrolet S10 is going to go. Box shootout, I will take you back to the lanes at this time. Box shootout, back to the lanes, please. Oh boy. Advantage on this end, Chad Sandlin, win light, Chad Sandlin. 13 up front, 626.3 on a 623. Brian Day was late at 048 and 692 on a 695. Attention in the pits. I need round number 3 of my box shootout to the lanes, please. Round number 3, compressed air supercharging box shootout. We need you to the lanes at this time. Round number 3, compressed air supercharging box shootout. We need you to the lanes. Jake Howard and Blair McNutt pull through the water. Jake Howard on the left, 660 his dial in. Blair on the right side. She will dial in at 702. Blair turns her red by 0003. Jake Howard was 39 on the Christmas tree. Gets away with one, 661 on a 660. But Blair McNutt was definitely swinging for the fences by 3/10,000ths of a second. She drops the red bulb at the bottom of the Christmas tree. And John Moggins and Joe Boner will come up next. John left side, 575 the dial in. Joe right side dials 570. One light Joe Boner, 19 up front, 573 on a 570. Moggins was 31 on the Christmas tree, but 574.2 on a 575 dial in. He is 8 thou under. Danny Hatfield and Casey Baugh to complete round number 3. Separatum advantage, Danny Hatfield, win light. Danny Hatfield, 21 green, 629.4 and a 629 dial in. Casey was 30 up front, takes 5 thou a finish line to be 100 even under. Once again, box shootout, you have been called box shootout. basically the same program we had today. Of course, all of our great round sponsors still on board tomorrow. Attention to the pits, I'm missing one boxcar in the lanes. One boxcar, we are waiting on you, but not for much longer. One boxcar, we are waiting on you in the lanes. Of course, our wonderful sponsors on board tomorrow: Pro One Safety, Competitive Suspension, Wild Willie Fuel Fragrances, May Race Carbs, Burrow Motorsports, Going Bracket Racing on YouTube, Precision Race Fuel Sunoco, Pro Torque, and Boninfante. Same as today. Awards for our first perfect reaction time: $100 courtesy of Texas Graphics Plus. Our first dead on the dial, a gift certificate plus $100 courtesy of Syntex Laser Engraving and Embroidery. First perfect run, which I gotta be honest with you, didn't know for sure that we would actually see one of those this weekend. I mean, I know it's all tight, but you know, till today, I believe it was Jared Wilson that kind of messed up the curve for everybody. $100 in a gift certificate courtesy of Raceworks Drag Essentials. Last motorcycle standing receiving $100 courtesy of Lone Star Sign and Design and Balls Out Racing. And our last motorcycle winner bonus: motorcycle wins $500 courtesy once again of Lone Star Sign and Design and Balls Out Racing. All main event winners receive a 20% off gift certificate courtesy of Pro Torque and Mr. Windles. As well as Boninfante Friction. Of course, we still have our AMSOIL MVP award to award this weekend. The racer with the most impressive performance throughout the weekend receives a $150 AMSOIL gift certificate. And it's always a crowd pleaser. Main event winners all receive a 10X cowboy hat courtesy of Double O Show. Your first pair in round number 3 of our box shootout. Left side will be Kenny White. Kenny dials in at 623, and Jeremy Heffler, right side of the racetrack, for Best Deal Services and Pro One, dials in at 584. Win light, Kenny White. 16 green, dead on 117 total. Gets there first by 15 thou. Jeremy Heffler was 22 on this end and mathematically locked out of competition. 585 on a 584. No chance. Your next pair, left side, dials 494. Right side, Bart Nelson, dials 471. Left side, your winner in a very interesting drag race. Your next pair, Tove Marshall and Brandy Ray. 483 the dial for Tove, 490 the dial for Brandy. Right there, Toe Baby, 484 on a 483. 22 up front, gets there first by 1 thou. Brandy Ray, 23 on this end. 491 on a 490. At the competition single as Kaylee Phillips' car did not want to fire up underneath the suites. Obviously, that is a very tough break, and we feel for you. Anthony moves on, 040 green, 477 on a 476. Kenny Probst and Casey Swift on the starting line. Attention in the pits. I need my no box shootout round number next to the staging lane, please. No box shootout round number 4. I need you to the lanes. Kenny Probst and Casey Swift on the racetrack. 479 to dial for Kenny. 508 to dial for Casey. Win light Kenny Probst. 16 green, 480 on a 479. Casey 014 green, 509 on a 508. light, Casey Holtzman. Win light, Cody Moore, 16 green, 451 on a 452. Holtzman, 18 on this end, 481 on a 483. Win light there, Mike Badeau, 001 green, dead on 1-2 total. Bird was 30 on this end and not even in the same zip code, 476 on a 475. Badeau gets there by 38 thou. Josh Burrow, JJ Cook up next. $484 for Josh, $487 for JJ. Win light, Josh Burrow, 20 green, 485 on a 484. JJ 36 and 488 on a 487.